All right, and finally, desperate times are here, and desperate measures are required to make things balance. The governor of Delta State is forming a committee to explore electric vehicles for mass transit after fuel subsidy removal led to hike in petrol costs and increased transportation expenses. The governor announced his intention to form the committee after test driving 2 electric vehicles locally assembled by Nigerian Mobility Technology Company, Jet Motors. This is as the federal government is concluding plans for compressed natural gas-fired vehicles. This is interesting.
It is, and I think that just as the narrator said, desperate times require desperate measures. I think that this is an opportunity for us to also go along with global-based practices. The world is moving away from petrol-fired vehicles gradually. In fact, the way it is now, in another 15 to 20 years, we may not be able to import petrol-fired vehicles anymore.
They won't even be available.
They won't be available. Because countries of the world are agreeing now that, look, this pollution and all that is too much. Let us go.
What will become of our crude oil?
That's why people have to look for alternatives. Tourism and all that. Look at UAE. Despite all their richness in crude oil deposits and all that, you can see that they've chosen to work on tourism. They've chosen to work on tourism.
That's their main.
Yes, everybody wants to go to Dubai. Everybody wants to go to Dubai. The tallest building, do you know how much money?
Apply for visa.
Yes.
Go to Dubai.
And don't forget that
we too are behaving badly. Are behaving badly. And when you behave badly, there are implications. You know, they are not going to wait for you to destroy their country.
And don't forget also that Abu Dhabi is there. It's taking over.
So now you have 2 companies, 2 homegrown automobile companies, Innocent Motors and Jet Motor Company. Innocent Motors produce gasoline-fired engines as well as CNG-fired engines. But Jet Motor Company, owned by GIG, led by Chidi Ajero. Chidi Ajero is about 35 years. He is the man who has revolutionized the logistics business in our country.
God is good motors.
Yes. He lost his online presence. That is the kind of grass to grace story. It's the kind of story that will inspire every young man. He lost his parents and he took over the business. Today, God is good in terms of logistics. He's already looking like a world-class company. And now he has diversified and moved into automobile motor manufacturing. Unlike Innocent, they produce petrol engines, vehicles using petrol engines, vehicles using CNG, compressed natural gas, and electric vehicles. For now, they are the only indigenous automobile company into electric vehicles. And Mr. President has also made it clear that part of, it's just that this distraction that this subsidy removal has caused has not fully let us see the extent of what the man wants to do. But he has shown that he is forward-thinking and he wants Nigeria, using the National Automotive Development and Design Council, to go fully into electric vehicle production. So when I saw what this governor has done, I said, wow. You know the advantage, if I have an electric vehicle, for example, I won't be spending money on mechanics. my plug, my tires, those are the things that will cost you money. But if you are using a petrol fired engine, you spend money, you buy spares, change your engines and all that. You don't have to change engine with this one. Once you have you should be ready to change your tires at all times when the need arises. And then, so it's much more, it's extremely cheap to maintain, change your brake pad, change your tire. Those are the things that you spend money on. And going with that, government has to set up centers, charging centers. You see filling stations. Those filling stations, just like it is in the US.
Yes.
You see those filling stations, that's where you will charge your...
So maybe from here to Ibadan now, we should have several
of them running on solar. Because when you talk about it, the ignorant will say, oh, a country that cannot provide electricity, they're asking for electric vehicles. No, it is solar. It is solar that they will be using to charge them. So this one is an electric vehicle. For example, from Jet Motor Company.
This is a good project, and the federal government is concluding plans for compressed natural gas-fired vehicles too.
I believe in it. And like I've always said, these are the issues that Nigerians should be discussing now.
Yes.
These are the issues.
To ease the pains
Instead
of
of, yes, instead of when something happens, the first thing we are demanding for is increase in salary. Forgetting that inflation will also still eat it up.
Of course.
It will.
All those women are waiting.
They are waiting now. Market people, they are waiting for you. Because it's the same thing that has affected you. But we should be looking for a cheaper means of doing our businesses, especially transportation. If we get this right, it will go a long way. But we should also not forget that this will also require a lot of investment.
Yes.
Like Diko has said. So where we are going to get money for those investments should be of primary concern to the government. We can have estates also, organized estates, having some of these charging points.
Yes.
Organized estates.
Yes.
It won't be for free. You can set up, you can, all this money,
we are getting the
all this money that we are talking about that government wants to give out, you can have investors who will come, set them up, or in an estate, for instance, organized. It's a government setup. You charge, you have a lot of charging points, 6 hours maximum. You are good to go. And you pay so and so, which will be far from, because think about it, you want to buy 20 liters of petrol now.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But you don't need that amount, not even 1/10 of it, to fully charge it and take you around for, if you are the one who drives short distances, 20, 30 minutes to your workplace, you don't need to recharge in 1 week. You really don't need to.
No, because like 2 hours, 2 hours of consistent driving, you will need charging.
After yes.
Who will wait
For
if there are those filling stations where you simply walk,
just walking
who will wait for that long? You don't have to wait until your battery is flat.
You don't charge. And I was also told that in this kind of scenario, unlike the petrol and diesel engines, if you are traveling for about a month, when you return, your battery won't go flat. It's still there because all you just need is to top it up. But if you do it with the conventional vehicles that we have now, you have that battery is condemned.
Yes.
Okay. Joining us for more on this